Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to my channel. So, how you guys are doing? I am Vamsy Krishna D, a counseling psychologist and founder of Manastva Counseling Center, Hyderabad. So, many of you guys know me as a teacher and researcher, right? And my clients know me as a psychologist. And recently, I shifted to psychology career, and I will explain what made me to choose psychology over life sciences, and what is my journey, what is my story. So let's get started. So coming to my story, so to be make it simple, I've undergone several traumatic incidences like physical as well as emotional, financial crisis, where I met with accident in my childhood in my seventh standard, which was a physical trauma, and then I lost my mother, I lost my sister, and there was financial breakdown due to the health condition of my father. And there was certain emotional abuse and bullying happened in my childhood, and I took it personally at some level. And later I tried to self introspect. So this self introspection helped me a lot in gaining awareness, self awareness, and it constantly reminded me that who am I. So I always post a question, that is, who am I? So what is my purpose in this universe? So in this journey, right, when why I chose psychology is because of healing, to heal my childhood trauma and the self introspection that I had since my schooling, and even a few years back where I broke my denial. Denial is something which I deny the fact that there were problems. So I was there in the denial before, and later I broke the denial and I accepted the fact that yeah, I have problems too, and I have to address them. And I started addressing them, by doing self work and taking therapy as well. So self work helped me in this journey. So most of my friends know me as a good listener, at the same time empathetic person, and who always shares their story with me. And even many of the students who actually got help from me in even before coming to psychology, where I've tried to stop the bullying and other body shaming in college, etc., and which led me to choose this career as a psychologist, which I protected this dream of becoming a psychologist, way back, right from my, inter plus one, plus two, and recently I became psychologist. So this is a kind of a childhood dream, where I protected it, from judgments and other crises, etc., consciously or unconsciously. So in this process, when I become psychologist, right, so I help a lot of clients and my students and other therapeutic setting, where I've dealt with different issues like physical and sexual abuse, trauma recovery, prioritizations, and body image issues, and trauma associated with bullying, and setting healthy boundaries in relationships, dealing with self-esteem issues, and gaining objectivity, and even productivity issues in the job, and career confusions and breakups, how to deal with the breakups and one side love, etc. These are the areas we have dealt with the clients and helped them gain the new perspective of their own, and then I help them to understand themselves in a better way. So what kind of an approach I use in my counseling sessions? So what do I do during my counseling sessions? So actually I travel with the client. For example, you can imagine a house where the client is actually taking me to showcase, this is one room, this is one room. Likewise, in their journey of the life, they will have certain rooms they revisit every now and then, and they are scared to visit certain rooms where they try to take me during the sessions, and I use client-centered approach so that it would help them to take me to the areas where they wanted to explore and which is more objective way. So when they reach that point, right? So at that point of time where I use certain techniques and other scientific methods like cognitive behavioral therapy, therapeutic techniques and other interventions which actually help them to gain more insight and then accept the issues as well as to deal with them or heal with the past traumatic incidences. So this is how I use different approaches where it is called eclectic approach, where basically I use different approaches to help clients to realize their inner being. So many of clients do ask in the very first session or in the calls, right? So how many sessions it will take? It is it would be depends upon the client, their insight level, at the same time how serious they are in the counseling process, at the same time the issue they are facing. But on average it will take no less than 10 to 15 sessions, and per session 1 hour they have to spend. And during this process, the counseling process, I give assignments. So in my approach I give assignments every now and then and whenever there is a requirement. So usually I ask clients to do the assignments so that they gain insight about their own issues. So the assignment might not be the mandatory, but the assignment actually gives an overall aspect. For example, they can write about their thoughts, emotions, actions, and thought journal, gratitude letters. So there are different types of assignments I frame based upon the client's requirement. So this is completely purely client-centered approach. So for details regarding fee, timings, modes, is it offline or online that I give, right? You can check in the description where the details will be given, where I'm giving both offline and online sessions as well. So the link will be given in the description, so you can actually access that. Coming to how to book an appointment. So you as a client, as a new client, right? So you have to fill a form, Manastva form, and so that I will get back in touch with you, and then I will be providing a calendar link, which is a booking link, and then you can book the session based upon the timings which will be displayed in the booking link. So these are the few questions I used to get on daily basis. So let's address some other issues. So try to watch this entire video so that you will get a more idea of what approaches and what kind of issues I deal, what type of clients I deal with, and or the other areas I cover in this YouTube channel. You will be getting to know. So please try to watch this video till the end. Yeah. So coming to my areas of expertise. So I deal with the client's empowerment and abuse trauma recovery, family restructuring. First we have to understand what is empowerment. So empowerment is most of the people would see counseling as kind of a suggestions, you do, you don't do, or a kind of motivation. It is not exactly that. So it is actually we will prepare a client where he will be able to, or she will be able to take their decisions by their own. So we will facilitate the process by giving objective inputs rather than giving suggestions. So people who think that counseling works as just like any other people who give suggestions, do this, do that, motivation, our fake positivity. No, it's not the actual counseling. So counseling actually works with or deals with the inner child or inner being, and will try to explore, dig deeper, and will try to help the client to embrace their own self, and will let them empower to take their own decisions and choices in their life, which further empower them. So these are the few aspects. So let's see the list of clients that I see, different types of areas that I cover, or the areas of expertise. These are areas of my expertise. And here, when I'm dealing with the clients, where in few areas like sexual abuse and family restructuring and relationship issues, where I've seen that there is an involvement of law as well, right? So here the other question comes, why I got interest in the law. So here I'm actually merging the psychology along with the law to empower clients in different areas as well. So why I have why I grew interest in law, let me explain. So after seeing many clients and their issues, right, so I understand the role of law is very important, even empowerment or betterment of the clients. For example, a young lady came to a counseling, where her chief complaint is that she got fear that her boyfriend would share some personal photos in social media. So this is a pure case of a fear, a psychological aspect, and a law where cyberbullying or cyber sexual assault kind of law involvement. So these are the two aspects where help client to understand her rights, of information sharing, and if what happens if the guy or a girl shares this sensitive information in the social media, and I'll help them understand their rights so that it will empower them further. So many instances in practical day-to-day life issues are connected with both psychology and law. So this is the area where people need to know their rights so that they get empowerment even in the psychological front and law legal front as well. So coming to my experience. My experience was there vested in dealing with adolescents, parents, and women empowerment. So I help them in dealing with social issues like bullying, discrimination, right, and even relationship issues, etc. So these I already explained about my areas of expertise, where mostly like I focus on the empowerment of the client. So it is of best interest of the client. So coming to review, so you can see the different clients which wrote the reviews. So you can pause the video and you can check the reviews as well. Coming to the other aspect, like the can call it disclaimer or the clarification, where actually I don't give medication, and it's not a suicidal prevention helpline, and I don't diagnose, and I don't treat children. So actually I don't deal with abnormal psychology. So I deal with the normal psychological aspects and issues and day-to-day life issues, self-esteem issues of the clients. And the abnormal psychology, for example, extreme depression, anxiety, and other psychosis, all if at all, if we come to know that someone is suffering with these type of abnormal psychology, we would refer them to MPhil clinical psychologist or psychiatrists. Finally, coming to the last part of the video, where in the next video I'll try to explain the differences between MA counseling psychologist, clinical psychologist versus MPhil clinical psychologist versus a psychiatrist. So what would be the differences between these three different types of professions, and what is the confusion already there in different people, even a psychologist itself, right? I'll try to clarify in that video. Stay tuned and hit the bell icon for getting notifications, and subscribe on my channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much.